The Fantastic Four had an unreleased clip released that features a very specific villain, and hello, Pop Culture Society. Let's discuss the Fantastic Four and their marketing, which is currently ongoing. Even though the movie premieres 2 weeks after Superman, we already have a lot of stuff being released about the Fantastic Four, and a collision course has begun. Because no matter how much James Gunn or Kevin Feige say there's no rivalry, that one movie helps the other, and that the success of one is the success of the other, that there's room for everyone, it doesn't matter. The fan has to pick a side. And the fan has to argue with the other fan from the other side, so the rivalry is even more common that I'm seeing on social media is this: who has the worst computer-generated imagery? Because the people who are fans of Marvel Studios are complaining that Superman's computer-generated imagery was made on a PlayStation 2, and then the people who are fans of DC and hate Marvel Studios saying that the special effects in Fantastic Four are from a PlayStation 1. And now, to add more fuel to the fire, to make things even more controversial, this video pops up that's being spread all over social media, where Giganto appears coming out of the ground. Who is Giganto? Giganto is the first villain. He's the first threat that the Fantastic Four faces. In fact, he's in issue number 1 of the Fantastic Four, coming out of the ground and fighting against the Four, and Giganto is there in that little video. The Fantasticar lands, and out of the Fantasticar come the Thing and the Invisible Woman, with the Human Torch flying right behind. And they're going to face Giganto.
Fantastic Four, Marvel Studios' first steps.
Then people are going on social media saying, look at this mess. Look at this lousy computer-generated imagery. Look at these terrible special effects. And when you look at it, you really get that impression. It's horrible. It's a disaster. It really looks like a video game, like a bad video game cutscene, like from a PlayStation 2. Weird, right? Because even if you consider that the special effects in the trailer might not look that great, for example, there's a lot of talk about the Silver Surfer not being as well done as the Silver Surfer in a movie from 10 years ago. Even though the special effect might have disappointed in the trailer, there's still time to work on it, so much so that several Superman filters have been updated. Even though there are these points that can be considered negative. This special effect is way below the standard. It looks like a clay doll. It's way below what's expected. There's something really wrong. And then you go look up where the video came from and see that it's from a pizza commercial. And that whole scene there is part of a television commercial. And then you start to imagine, it's not a scene from the movie, but it could be a scene from the movie that they reused. I find it very hard for that to be a scene from the movie, because even the Fantastic Four, the Fantastic Four get out of the Fantasticar. The movement of the Fantasticar is all wrong. The way the Fantastic Four are running is all wrong. The faces, especially the Invisible Woman, Vanessa Kirby's. You can tell it was added in post-production. It's not the actress running. They took a photo of the actress and put it over the 3D model. Toshimana is at a color temperature of the flames. That's not the one from the trailer. Reed Richards only appears from the back, so they didn't even use Pedro Pascal's face. Maybe because they couldn't, or it would have looked much worse. There's something really wrong. And that's it. It's not a scene from the movie. It's definitely not a scene from the movie. Giganto probably isn't in the movie. That scene is just a tribute to the first Fantastic Four comic, but it's not a scene that's in the movie. If a similar scene as a tribute to this first panel of the Fantastic Four was used in the movie, then that's a different story. So I don't know where this controversy is coming from. If it's some kind of malice, if there's some kind of trickery involved, I get that the jokes never end. But obviously it was a low budget production for a Spanish language television commercial. It's not even American. I think if it were a Super Bowl commercial or for prime time in the United States, it would be much better made. It's a commercial for Latin America, so we don't expect much, and it really turned out pretty bad. Really bad. They would never reveal a thread of that size on a silver platter in a commercial for Latin America. Guys, I don't even know if it's for Mexico or South America where this commercial is for, but there's no way that scene could be part of the movie. That scene wouldn't be part of the movie, even if the movie was from 94. That's how bad it looks. The figures on the street, the cars, the buildings, everything looks kind of... You know what it reminded me of? Something out of Robot Chicken. It looks like stop motion with dolls, not a movie. They got the licensing for the Fantastic Four. We know that licensing pays for a big part of the movie. They did the whole thing in 3D, everything rendered in 3D. They took the actors' faces and put them on top. I don't see any difficulty in that. The difficulty is making it look believable, and that's not the case. So I wouldn't be worried. No, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, the Fantastic Four's look is terrible. It's not like that. And just like Superman 2, if there's any promotional material out there for a market that's not North American, maybe it's also in bad quality, and maybe we'll also be worried that that's what's in the movie. It's not, and I think that this specific scene, it was created and designed for the television commercial, and it's not in the movie. I think personally that it's a very bold commercial. I think personally that Disney shouldn't allow this to air because it spoils the movie. I don't know under what circumstances they managed to approve this final result because it turned out really bad. It would have been better to just do animation. It would have been better to clearly make it animation and not try to pass it off as something else.
Buy a Fantastic 4-in-1 at a fantastic price only at Lidl.
The appearance of Superman is just a tease to mess with Marvel fans. Viesco messed with Superman and now they're getting payback by messing with Marvel. That's what I wanted to discuss. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more pop culture topics. After the intro, some channel options will appear for you to stick around. See you later. Bye. That concludes another episode of Cuatro Coisas. We upload at least 3 videos daily, Monday through Sunday. If you liked it, check out these other suggestions. Please like, comment, subscribe, and enable notifications for updates. Thanks for watching. See you next time.